How much of a coincidence of guiding the eye appears in this scene, when the cobblestones seem to point toward Anya, or the light on Frankie's body, his posture, and the direction of his gaze. And for this part is called Gestalt theory, or finding the missing part in the guiding the eye composition. The frame composition that will make you focus on the specific target. Gestalt theory relies on the psychology of the brain and human vision. When human brain tries to preserve the original shape of a subject that gets covered by a character, that makes you subconsciously reconstruct its original form. And when setting up guiding the eye, the Gestalt theory often plays a major role in directing focus toward the character within the frame, especially in compositions as clearly structured as this, while the contrasting light lines guide your focus toward yours position. The window blocked by her is a perfect example of Gestalt theory. Because your subconscious mind occasionally blinks, imagining the window in its complete form, your subconscious naturally gets led toward the character blocking it. And the important thing for you as digital artists and animators must understand is the colors used by the director in this scene, which isn't just for aesthetics, but also serves as a visual metaphor. It represents your floating on the surface of the deep ocean, unaware that something could pull her under at any moment. And this becomes even clearer in the next scene, where one character remains on the surface while the other is deep below. Because visual metaphor is a technique that uses shapes, colors, lighting, or composition to connect the scene with real-life experiences or symbolic meanings. Another easy example is when the camera switches to a first-person shot to represent the pain in this character's backside. It actually immerses the audience to experience the pain through the character's perspective. But the most unique part is the scene that triggers the visual metaphor we just saw. Just like the blue ocean scene earlier, which was triggered by a simple panning camera up from the deep sea filled with corpses. Actually, the trigger for this visual metaphor is quite unique, because the staging here is tailored to each character's condition. Where Lloyd is utterly confused and has no idea why you're sulking, he serves as a partition dividing Anya and Yor. Because Anya knows what's really going on. That's why the director shows Anya's entire body, while Yor herself is trying to hide everything. It makes the audience expect Yor's face to appear in the frame, but they're instead taking the scene into a first-person shot. Guiding the eye is actually the best choice for animated scenes that constantly change every few seconds. By using this composition, the audience will naturally be led to focus on the character, especially if you want your character to stand out in every scene. If we go back to the early minutes about Gestalt theory, the next scene also applies it in a unique way. The director uses Anya as an anchor to lock your focus before the memory overlay eventually appears. This is a very smooth, spatially integrated flashback where the audience doesn't need to shift their focus. Because spatially integrated flashback is a flashback that is visually or compositionally merged into the present scene. Anya's appearance is important to you, so when she's blocked, you want her to reappear quickly while subconsciously recreating Anya's appearance in your mind. And that's how the Gestalt principle works in this scene. Guiding the eye through the lines of the buildings, especially in a wide shot, is one of the most interesting techniques to ensure the scene naturally leads viewers without losing focus on the character. But if you look at the sky color, some people interpret this purple sky as an aesthetic symbol of romance, luxury, and elegance. Others feel a sense of discomfort and gloom, creating uncertainty or a lack of clarity. However, the previous color palette is actually part of an emotional color transition for the next scene, signaling that the gloomy phase is over and it's time for a happy ending. Because the later scene, the gag comedy unfolds as Yura is being poisoned, yet she feels refreshed. Even Anya, who had been really worried, ends up disappointed.
よかったらまた誘ってくださいね。
女心わからん。